Alright, what's up? Half a year ago, I just had to make a tier list. I recorded the entire thing, but I never posted it because I just forgot or I was too lazy. I can't even remember. New patch rolled out last week on a Wednesday, I think. I've played every class. I've got a pretty good feeling that I know where to rank most of the classes. So I decided to make a tier list again and actually post it this time. I'm gonna start from the bottom down and work my way up, and I'm just gonna give a little explanation about every class. Starting with Werewolf, even after the buffs, this class just really isn't that great. It just doesn't do anything well. Um, like there's just no situation where you would pick Werewolf over, let's say, Zombie or Squid. Like it's not tanky. It doesn't really do any damage either. It's just there. It's fun to play. It's kind of good for chasing, but even after the buffs, it's still just underwhelming. It just doesn't do anything. Same with Renegade. Renegade's a good class. It's not really that bad, but there's like you need to play so well for it to have any kind of value in a team. There's no reason to pick Renegade over any of the other bow classes because they're all like high E tier, S tier, and there's just very little you get out of playing Renegade right now. Speed 2 potions are a really nice addition. Really, really, really nice, yeah. But still, it just like there's no reason to pick Renegade ever. Arcanist, I think the buffs were nice, but it's still just like the only thing it does is do damage, and that's it. Like you don't get any utility or anything, you just deal damage. That's the entire gimmick, which is why it's B minus. It's not bad, but it's just not great or good or anything. Shark buffs. This I used to have this like in D tier, but I even removed D tier because there's like no D tier class right now, in my opinion. Shark is pretty fair right now. I would say it's pretty balanced. New water is really good. You can actually fight people now. Uh, it's good in team fight. It's good in 1v1s. Yeah, overall, it's just a pretty solid kit. It does what it needs to do, which is important. Like it does what it's supposed to do right now, way better than it used to. So I'm gonna put a B tier. Creeper, right now they're like I think Creeper's pretty balanced as well. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's bad. It's just there. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of hard to find a spot for this class, but I think this is pretty fair where it's at right now. Same with Cow. Cow nerfs. I mean, the only thing Cow really did before the update was just AFK Jug in whole fights when your team was winning finals. I think that was like the only use for this class, which is just stupid. Right now, it's kind of fun to play. It's a pretty good tank. Buccabear is a really good passive. Uh, you can actually play the game now that you can mine milk after walls fall, so you actually get to play the game, which is really nice. Uh, Overall, pretty solid class. Not that weak. It's not that great. It's just mid B tier in my opinion. Now the B plus tier, I think I put all of the classes that I think are really balanced in here. I need to change this still. Wait, Molman is probably the worst of these. This, um, yeah, all right. I think this is fair. I think these five classes are all really balanced overall. I think maybe Molman Dig should get up from 6 to 7 damage in my opinion, and then it would be like perfectly balanced. Um, But right now, I think these classes are all really good. Molman's just like the passes are pretty nice. One thing I think they should change is just like cow, how you can't get milk after walls fall. I think they should add the same for Molman with junk apples. So like if you get more junk apples before walls fall and then after walls fall you can't get any, so the map doesn't get destroyed by Molman just aping for junk apples the entire pre-death match. Like it doesn't so like that way it doesn't destroy the map and also there's dirt left to use shortcut for in deathmatch. Just be a nice addition, I think, and it would make sense. Golem overall really good kit, really solid kit. True damage resistance is nice, half diamond. I just don't really like the weakness potions and the regen potions, but that's just like a personal thing. Although the weakness potions are kind of shit. I mean, whatever. Uh, Iron Punch really good ability. Like you can pull people back in if they're running away from you, and it blinds them as well. You get like a couple free hits after. It's really stupid, but it's really nice. Feels really good. Good in whole fight, good in surface, everything. Same with these classes. I think they're all really balanced. I don't think they need any changing right now. Pig after the nerfs is really nice. Before they could just run away from your ability or they could just block it off. Right now it pretty much always just hits, which is really nice. It should always hit because there's no reason for a 10 damage ability or a 10 hit ability to or an ability that you need 10 hits to proc, 10 energy ability, whatever, dude, uh, to like miss. That it's just stupid. So I think it's really fair right now. Um, Also, the resistance proccing at 20 HP is way better than it was before, because before you just get hit a couple times and then dread scold and you're still dead. Right now you can actually fight a bit, and it's actually like useful, the resistance too, which is really nice. Dreadlord, new quality of life buffs are just really nice. You get a bit more sustain. Overall, just really good buffs, even though I think Dread was already pretty fair. This just makes it perfectly balanced in my opinion. And yeah, that's for Dread. Shaman also just a really good kit overall. Uh, in like a big whole fight, obviously this is gonna be really strong, but those barely happen anyway. And overall, just like the entire kit itself is just fair. There's nothing unfair about this kit. It's perfectly balanced. Everything, like I don't think this needs to get changed ever. Right now, this is probably the most balanced kit in the entire game. I think this is really, really balanced. Assassin, I didn't really know where to put Assassin, so I just put it A minus tier. I feel like this is where I think it's just pretty much like in between all the classes. It doesn't do anything that well, but it's also like it's still really good, but it doesn't do anything like that well, which is why I put it in A minus tier. I think this is probably the best place to put it in. I don't really have anything to say for it. It just has a lot of sustain. Um, you can get away out of pretty much any situation. It's pretty good overall. Passives are really nice. Arrow catch is a really good passive. The shifting is really, really good. Um, yeah. A tier classes, I put HB, Zombie, and Squid in it, as you can see. HB is just like a way better version of Arc, because you get on Arc you need to get a kill for speed 3 to proc, which is kind of annoying. And then with HB you can just get speed 2 mid fight. You can just bow combo someone and then you get speed 2 and regen by starting off the bow combo, which is really, really insane. Deal a lot of damage, you also get strength on kill. Um, yeah, just overall really good kit. Zombie, I think, is one of the better tank classes in the game. Uh, it doesn't feel unfair to play against. It's really simple. It's really basic. It just does what it needs to do. It's overall a really good kit, though. Like the passes are really nice. The resistance and the strength on shot are really nice. Ability's really good. 4 hearts, healing, also heal teammates. Everything about this kit is just great. Really good kit. Squid, I think, is a bit better of a class overall because you're going to be able to team fight a little bit better, I feel like. Um, your passives are just really good. Like Riju makes it really hard for Squid to drop, even though you barely have like any armor anyway. You only have boots, diamond boots, but you're still super tanky. You get a bunch of absorption potions, usually enough for the entirety deathmatch. You can give ups to your teammates. Overall, just a really, really good kit. What I think they should nerf about Squid is there should be cooldown on blinding people, because right now if you just chug your potions, there's no downtime in between blinding, which is kind of annoying. So I think it should be made just like Cow, where every other potion you chug gives blindness and not every potion, but that's just what I think. I don't know. Overall, really good kit. A plus tier. I mean, this wouldn't really shock anyone. Enderman's A plus tier. Ooh, Enderman's broken, guys. Uh, yeah. After nerfs, and he's still really good. Um, yeah. I mean, weakness 4. I don't know if this is how they should have changed it. I think they should just made Enderman not able to TP through 25 blocks if that's what they wanted to combat anyway, because now people are still going to be like, oh, but you can TP through 25 blocks anyway, maybe nerf it even more. And whatever, dude. It doesn't really matter. Enderman's still really good. Um, the only thing I think they should revert is the protection 1 thingy, because now you're just pretty much full iron, and you get, like, you're literally just full iron. Um, you're super squishy. I mean, you should be squishy. I get it, but you don't have a damage ability either. I think what they should have done is they should have just nerfed the energy per hit overall to 15, or they should have just nerfed the bow EPS to either like 10, 5, or just completely 0. I think that would have been way more fair, because I don't know. Fighting legit Enderman is never the problem. It's always just fighting like cheating Enderman. Anyway, yeah, that's my Enderman rant. I don't know. Uh, Blaze is a really good kid overall. Um, Yeah, it just does everything well. It's good melee, it's good range, gets a power 2 bow, diamond sword, 9 damage a bill, a lot of regen. It's just a really strong kit. That's why I put it here. Fire tick's also really nice, by the way. You get fire tick, and then you get also get regen from the fire tick, which is kind of insane, but it's really really good. Uh, yeah, ATN also really good class. Everybody pretty much knows it by now. It tanks a lot, also does a lot of damage. It's good in surface, it's good in hull, it's good for 1v1s, it's good in team fights. This class is just really strong overall. Only downside is that it's not really mobile and it's not really that fun to play. But I mean, not being fun to play doesn't really matter on a tier list, but it's just not really that mobile, which and it doesn't really feel that broken. Like there's definitely counterplay to it, which is why I put it high A tier or A plus tier. Then we move on to S tier. I mean, all these classes are just broken, pretty much. Snowman, like I don't know why this gets so much in one kit. Like you get Blizzard, which gives you regen. It lets you speed mine on people. It lets you speed mine away from people infinitely because your energy per second doesn't get cancelled after you use Blizzard for whatever reason. It's really stupid. Your your main ability to cast only costs 60 energy instead of 100 for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's probably made so that you can like have Blizzard active while using your snowballs, which is really stupid in itself. But I think the ability should just be 100 energy, and Blizzard should um, cancel EPS because right now it's just really broken. Yeah. And then there's also the snowman mobs that really don't add anything to the game other than just straight up being annoying. Because there's no way you can dodge the snowballs. They literally home and they fire way too fast, and it costs like 3 skeleton arrows for them to kill as well. So you can't really kill them effectively from range, and you also can't really kill them from melee because it takes so way too long to get there, to get to them. So overall, just kind of a annoying kit that's just broken. Uh, Snow or Pirate's also really stupid. I don't know how this also like escaped nerfs last patch. 8 damage from Pirates plus Cannonball combined, and then you also have Sealax in your Gathering, which is really stupid. Like your Gathering is so strong. There's no bad things apart from Matey Feast, and even then you have to really like get really unlucky if you will only get Matey Feast. All of the drops are really good. Like Punch Bow is really good. Power Bow is really nice to have. Fire Sword's insanely broken. Pirate Leggings are really good. It just doesn't make any sense how this class escaped nerfs. Uh, Spider. I mean, everybody knows Spider's good. Only thing that makes it kind of shit right now are the lag backs. But I mean, as I said with Creeper, that really shouldn't make uh, a difference on a tier list. Like this class is way too safe. You only need to get 2 bow shots after you leap, and it already starts recharging. Gets energy per second. Get a diamond sword on top of having an 11 damage ability if you hit it perfectly, and an 11 damage mobility ability if you hit it perfectly. You get Venom Strikes, which also applies extra damage. It's really ridiculous kit. Don't know how this escaped nerfs either. Hunter, I mean, Hunter got nerfed a bit, but it's still the same shit. Like, you get Eagle Eye for what, 12 seconds now? 13 seconds? I think it's 12, I'm not sure. You just get homing arrows that deal way too much damage still, and you heal from them for whatever reason, even though you already have, like, Force of Nature, which gives you Regen 3. At Regen 1, occasionally, you get a bunch of Gapples. You get No Full Pig. You spawn mobs that take, like, 3 hits to kill every other hit. It's really like this entire kit is just made to be unfun to play against, and I don't know why they made it in the first place. It's just incredibly annoying. It's no fun to play against. It's barely even fun to play. It's really annoying, and they should just like I don't know what they should do with it. Just fucking remove it, honestly. Stupid kit. And then on to the broken tier. I mean, this shouldn't surprise anyone. Like Skeleton is just ridiculous. Like the energy per hit got nerfed from 25 to 20. Crazy. It still does way too much damage for how safe it is. Like it's just barely killable. It's just does way too much damage. Power 4 is ridiculous. There's barely any downtime on the agile speed 2 thing. And you get double diamond drops. Like everything about this kit's just broken. It's stupid. And then the most broken kit in the game right now, uh, Phoenix. I mean, I could talk about this class for like 5 minutes straight, but I'm gonna keep it short. Like you're a range support class that that's literally unkillable and deals way too much damage. Like you get a power 2 bow, your Sunrays deals 6 damage, while on top of if you're using the Sunrays melee range, which is where you're like likely gonna be using them if you're fighting anyway, you're gonna deal 6 damage to the enemy, which is the same as Molmendig. It's more than HB Wrath. It's the same as Molmendig, same as Golem Punch, same as Pikmin ability. Like what? And then you also heal like 4 to 6 hearts. I don't really know what the exact number is. You heal like a bunch. You heal like 10 HP back from using it as well. You also heal from using your bond. You get 2 potions, health potions. You get all your Phoenix potions. You get a resurrect. Why does this class even get a resurrect? It doesn't make any sense. Why would a ranged support class that's already like hard to kill get a resurrect? It's so dumb. Like you can't kill a Phoenix, right? You can't kill a Phoenix effectively in a team fight. Because what, like, okay, let's say you do kill them. They're just gonna resurrect. Or they're gonna blow 2 potions. And then they still have their res. Or if they res, they're still gonna have their 2 potions. Like, it's so stupid. And you also can't kill the teammates of the Phoenix, because he's just gonna bond them without any repercussions. There's no cooldown on bond. You can get it back really fast by just bow spamming. I don't know why there's not like at least like a 15-second cooldown on stupid Bond, bro. Like there's a cooldown on grappling hook for like 20 seconds, but there's no cooldown on Bond. And like what? It just doesn't make any sense. Like Phoenix itself is unkillable and the teammates of the Phoenix are unkillable. So like what do you want us to do, bro? Like if there's someone in a 4-man party playing Phoenix, like what do you do against them? You can't do anything. There's no way you can do anything unless the Phoenix fucks up really hard. Unless they blow like their resurrect pre-deathmatch, bro. Then it might be able to like somewhat kill them. Which is how it should be in the first place. This class just shouldn't have a resurrect. I don't care what anyone says. This class should not have a resurrect. It's way too broken. It just doesn't make any sense for a ranged support class that already deals a fuck ton of damage to also have a resurrect. Like what? It's just unfun. It's unplayable. There's literally just zero counterplay. It makes no sense. This needs to be fucking removed. Like the resurrect just needs to be reworked entirely. I don't care. I'm right. You're wrong. I'm right. All right. That's pretty much it for the tier list. I think I did a pretty good job. Let me know if you disagree with anything, uh, or if I made any major mistakes. But I think overall this is a pretty accurate tier list. Um, just remove Phoenix. Thanks. Um, all right. Goodbye.